Hey there, welcome back. So this is Ramandeep Singh, and today we're going to be solving yet another problem in this part of in this series or in this like lead coding sessions. So the problem is this: the super simple problem of super simple version of this car parking design system. So basically, while learning system design, if you let's say if you are starting out with system design, you should first have basic knowledge of object oriented principles. What is a class, what is an object, so that you can think in how objects interact with each other. So this problem, once you like know the basics, you are good to come to this problem. But before that you should understand what is a constructor, what is an object, these things should be clear to all of you. Now here in this video we will be solving this problem, and it is a like a very light version of design parking system. Obviously we'll also move to that better version, but for now, for the starting point, let's see what we have been given in this particular problem, in this easy version, so we have been given, we have design a parking system for a parking lot. The parking lot has three kinds of parking spaces: big, medium and small, with a fixed number of slots for each size. So you may have visited the parking spot, the parking place of your maybe let's say somewhere you visit, let's say a mall you visit, you must have visited the parking spot, it's so how does it look like? So we have like we can see that there is a floor, है ना? So what do we have? A parking has three kinds of parking spaces. So it has three kinds of parking spaces. So the version is simple. So we have, let's say, a parking. This is your parking space or parking lot. You have three kinds of parking spaces. This is, let's say, big. Then we have this, let's say, medium, and then we have, let's say, small. Okay. And here in these parking lots, in this parking lot, we have multiple spots. So here you must have spots for parking big vehicles. Here you have spots for parking medium size vehicle. Here you have spots to park small size vehicles, and so on. Okay. And what we have been given is, we have been given an initial array. So you can see that we have been given an initial array. So we have to implement this particular parking system class, and when we initialize this parking system class, let's say we have this parking system class and this is a constructor, we are passing these three parameters: big, medium and small. So what we are saying, okay, the number of spaces for parking big vehicles are these many, the number of spaces for parking medium vehicles are these many, and for the small vehicles are these many. That's what we are passing, that's what we are saying to this particular class. Okay, so what we have to do is initialize the object of parking system class. The number of slots for each parking space are given as the part of the constructor. I have already explained. Now there is another method in this particular class, that is add car. And we pass this parameter car type, so car type. So we are just, so this particular parking system has been designed to only park cars only, so we can't park a truck, we can't park a we can't park a we can't park a bike or some other type of vehicle. So it's just particularly made for cars. Okay. So that means that's why there is only one method here, add car, and in that method we are passing this car type. So we have to know whether it is a big car or it is a medium car or it is a small car. Okay. Parking space of car type, for that wants to get into parking. Car type can be of three kinds: big, medium, small. Big represented by 1, so we represent this big by 1. So the big car is represented by 1, medium car by 2 and small car by 3. Okay. A car can only park in a parking space of its car type. So that means we can't park a medium sized car into a big spot, we can't park a big car into a medium sized spot, and so on. So a big car must be here in the big floor, in the like in one of the big spots, big car spots, the medium car should be in one of the medium car spots, and a small car should be in one of the small car spots. Okay, and if there is no space, we have to return false, else park the car in that size space and return true. So the what we have to do is very simple. We have been given that class, and we have been given the car type in that add car method. So if the so according to the car type, we have to occupy the space for that car. So if the car type is 1, check if there is available space and park it here and return true. Yes, I have parked the car. If it is 2, the car type is 2, check if there is a space and park it. So the space is reduced by 1 and return true. If the car type is 3, then park the car in this small space and return true, and reduce the number of spaces by 1, number of spaces available at that particular level by 1. So that's all we have to do. So in this particular method, so first let's initialize this constructor. So how are we going to solve this problem? So we have been given the car type, and given the car type, we have to check whether there are available spaces. First we have to check that. So if the car type is 1, we have to check how many bigs are there. If car type is 2, we have to check how many mediums are there. If car type is 3, we have to check how many smalls are there. So let's say initially we have big, small, no, not small, medium, and then we have small. So we have this array. One of the examples is this, like here in this case we can see that 1 1 0 1 1 0. So this says okay, we have one spot for parking a big car. This says okay, we have one spot for parking a medium car. This says okay, we have no space for parking a small car. So this array has been given to me. And now given the car type, let's say the car type in that particular method is 1. Now I have to check whether at this point we have a non-zero value. Yes, we have. So the answer is true. And this thing is occupied, this place is occupied. So this becomes 0 1 0. Now after parking the car type 1, we have this particular available spaces in big, medium and small. Now I say park a medium size car. Now I move here, check if there is an available spot. Here there is one spot available, so I park my car there, and that spot is occupied, and I return true. Now I say 3, I check whether I can park my small car. No, there is no. Then one more big size car comes, and I check whether I can park it. No. So the answer for this is also false. The answer for this is also false. Cool. So that's all we have to do. So first let's create an array in that particular constructor which stores the available spaces. Self dot spaces big, medium, small. Okay. Big, if I want to check for big for car type 1, I have to move to index number 0, है ना? If I want to check for the big car type 1, है ना, then I have to move to index number 0. If I want to check for medium car, I have to move to this index number 1, and for the small car I have to move to index number 2. So here we have been given a car type. So if self dot spaces car type -1, if it is non-zero, then reduce this thing by 1, occupy the space, and the number of spaces reduced by 1, and then return true right from here, otherwise return false. That's all we have to do. Wrong answer. Where I'm going wrong. बिग मीडियम स्मॉल ठीक है. If it is non-zero, okay, not car type -1, sorry. So I was doing a mistake there. Got accepted. Let's see. Okay, so that was all we have to do in this problem. Simple conditional statement, and I just created an array to map the particular card type to the number of available spaces. So that's all for this video. I hope you get a basic glimpse of how a parking system works, how we are actually occupying the space, a particular spot, according to the availability and the car type that is entering that particular parking system. So that's all for this video. I hope to see you all in the next video with the better version of this problem. Till then, bye bye.